Alrighty, so key topic, what have we been talking about?
Russian Revolution.
Yeah, good, Russian Revolution. Let's go right, Russian Rev. Okay. Alright, the Russian Revolution is about long and short-term causes. Alright, good. So, we're going to go into the causes of the revolution now. So, what's it called, like the general position of a, like, it's part of our course, it's world history too, and what? It's like the general position. Yeah, geography, right? General position of a country, geography. So we're going to talk about how geography plays a part in the revolution. Alright, so how would you describe Russia in like, yeah, right, cold climate, yeah, that jumps right off the page, cold climate. Alrighty, good. So why was it super important, going back to the test, that they, what were they trying to do opening up the Dardanelles in the Gallipoli campaign?
Open trade routes.
Pardon?
Open trade routes.
Yeah, open trade routes. What type of trade routes? Yeah, sea ports. So how would you describe Russia's like port situation? They have a lot of warm water ports? Yeah. Yeah, they had no warm water ports. Yeah, Russia has been looking for a warm water port for the last 400 years. Okay, and how would you describe the way that their society like looks? Is it like a lot of cities, a lot of no? What do they have instead?
Mountains.
What?
Mountains.
Mountains, yeah. They do have a lot of mountains, right? So what boosts their economy mostly?
Agriculture.
Yeah, agriculture. So we're going to write agrarian. All right, and if you look at Russia, how is it kind of in relation to the rest of Europe? Is it like right in there with like France, Germany? It's kind of off to the side, right? Yeah, good. So we're going to write separate from the rest of Europe. Alright, good. Alright, so for this next main idea, we're going to go into Russian society. Alright, how would you describe the social structure of Russia at this time?
Backwards.
Yeah, backwards, right? That's a good one. It is backwards. Why is it backwards?
They haven't westernized.
They haven't westernized. That's a good point. We're going to get into that's the technology part of it. How would you describe the social structure specifically? Remember, who was that?
Unstable.
Unstable. Well, feudal. Yeah, right. It was feudal. So, do you think these people were living well? Most of them.
They're mostly starving.
Yeah, right. Like we're gonna write poor living conditions in this box down here. Alright, so if you're born, again, we talked about this, if you're born to the serf class, do you think there's a whole lot of chance that you can move up in society? Yes? No? Yeah, right, so what would you call that? What kind of social structure? Rigid, good, right? Rigid social structure. Alrighty, good. And we already touched on this. I'm just going to write class inequality. Alright. So if you're a serf and you're living in this time period, or if you're like living as like a Russian peasant in this time period, what would be very, very desirable to you? What are like the Bolsheviks promising to you that would make you say, that sounds like a great idea?
Equality.
Yeah, good. Complete equality. Desirable. Alright, good. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the crises. Alright, now there are three big ones that we talked about during class. Who can give me one? The big crises that happened that helped spur the revolution. Jalen.
The Russo-Japanese War.
Yeah, Russo-Japanese War. Yeah, we're going to write that right here. Leo, what year was that fought in?
1905.
Yeah, good. 1905, yeah. It started in 1904, but 1905 is the big important year. Because what? What happens in 1905? Glenn.
Not sure.
We talked about this yesterday. I showed you all a little video clip of it.
Revolution.
What did we call it in 1905? What did they do in 1905?
Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, good. Bloody Sunday. Nice. Good, 1905. Alright, so something happened in the 1850s up here.
Industrial Revolution.
The Industrial Revolution, no, that happened before. What was Russia involved in, though?
Crimean War.
Yeah, good, Crimean War. Although Russia did start to industrialize after this, they did start to westernize, because remember, that's why they lost the war. But the Industrial Revolution didn't really hit until the 1890s in Russia. Alrighty, so, what happens, give or take, about 10 years after Bloody Sunday? Big event right up here, main causes.
February.
About 10 years after 1905. Big event.
Some sort of
World War I.
protest.
There we go, World War I.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all were thinking about it too hard. I appreciate the effort though, that was nice. Okay. Alrighty, so, why do you think World War I played a part in the revolution?
It angered the citizens.
Yeah, it angered the citizens. Why?
Because they were losing.
Yeah, they were losing, right? How would you describe life for the soldiers?
Hard
Sucky. That's not a word, but it gets the point across. Yeah, soldiers treated badly. Alright, so how would you describe how the army is being run?
It wasn't being run by the Tsar.
Yeah, it was being run by the Tsar. Who was the Tsar?
And Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas.
Who knew nothing about military.
Yeah, he did know nothing about military power. Yeah. So, incompetence.
Rude. That's the word.
Oh, yeah, rude. I'm glad y'all remember that. Of Nicholas II. Because remember, he took over the army in 1915, and officers. Because remember, those guys, were they promoted because they were good?
No.
No, why were they promoted?
They're friends.
Yeah, they're friends with Nicholas or like other upper class officers. Alrighty, so, who was running the country? Yeah, his wife, but...
Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin was really running the country. Good. He's effectively running the country. Well, if he's effectively running the country, as in like he's pretty much the guy who's running the country, but is he running it effectively? Like well? No, he's not running it well at all. Yeah. So just that word kind of means two different things. Alrighty, so I showed you all a picture on the home front. How would you describe the people?
Angry.
Angry, right? What?
Impoverished.
Impoverished. What didn't they have a lot of?
Dude.
Yeah, right. People were starving. Alrighty, now what I want you all to do is I'd like for you all to take one colored pencil, make a line up here and write long term. And I would like for you all to circle all the first three columns with one pencil. These are all long-term causes of the revolution. Good. And I'd like you all to take your second colored pencil, short term, and color the third column, or the fourth column rather. Yeah, just make sure you know. Okay, so based on what we did, the so what? What's important to understand about this? It has to do with the short and long-term causes. When short and long-term causes combine, what happens?
Revolution.
Yeah, revolution, big change, right. It's good. So we're going to write in when long-term issues and short-term issues combine, they explode. Alrighty, good. I'm gonna freeze that. So.